consultants, friends, family, and guests. It's Kendra Scott, and I'm here with my beautiful mother, Janet. We are so excited to be part of this awesome day with all of you. We love the theme, with you all the way. And when we read about the theme, we thought, oh my gosh, it's about bringing people together, supporting each other, loving each other, giving each other joy. And right away I said, I know one person who does all that for me, and it is this amazing lady. And what's so special about my mom, like all of our moms though, is she is really the reason that I'm an entrepreneur today. And that came from a little utility room in our home in Wisconsin where she was a Mary Kay consultant and then a director.
Yes.
And so tell them a little bit about how you got started into Mary Kay.
Well, I had been using the product. One of the first consultants to go to Wisconsin was a pastor's wife from Dallas that came to Wisconsin, and I had a facial and of course, had to buy the whole skincare kit.
Of course.
And then I started using the product, and I loved the product so much. So when the time came that I had these children, and I was taking care of a house and a family, and I wanted to do something that on my own and have my own business, Mary Kay was the obvious choice because this is something I could do and still be a mother and have my priorities of my family first. And so I became a consultant, and of course it didn't take me long from that point to decide I wanted to reach for another star, and became a director and worked hard to build my unit.
And what was your unit's name?
Jan's Jewels. Now, was that serendipity?
It was serendipity. I mean, it was like, and you had about 40 consultants. Yeah. And I remember just as a little girl, first of all, seeing my mother so passionate about something and so excited about something, and seeing what care she was putting into her business and creating this business out of our home. And you would get product in. And what would happen when boxes would show up and I was at school? What would you do?
I couldn't open them.
No.
Because that was her job.
That was my job.
To open the boxes, go through the packing list, and put it all on this proper space on the shelf because I had it all organized,
And I'd go through the packing list, and I'd check everything off, and I'd put all the inventory away, and then she'd give me customer orders, and she was very much about, like, you better get this right, honey, you got to get everything. And I did. And then it was packaging, and you taught me how you want every customer to feel the love when she gets this package, and so the tissue paper had to be just right. And she put in little samples and handwritten letters or notes to them, and ribbons sometimes. So we had a lot of pink. I remember that pink ribbon that you had, and you would cut it.
Curly ribbon that I would put on the top.
Curly ribbon, yes. Yeah. And it was a big deal. And I remember thinking, Mom, why are we going to all this trouble? Can't we just put the product in a bag? And you said, Mom, it's so important that we surprise and delight, make our customers know how much they're loved, and that this is going to be maybe a moment of joy for them in their day. And that just stuck with me. And my mom knew everything about her customers. She knew when their birthdays were, their anniversaries. She knew how many children they had. And that kind of love and care propelled you to become a director. And the Jan's Jewels, oh my gosh, Mom, they would come to our house.
Monday nights, we had our sales meetings.
And I would sit on the steps of our basement, because we were in the basement, and she created a Mary Kay Mecca in our basement with makeup mirrors and all the product, and all the sales directors would come down, and I would hear my mom playing. I guess I was on like a boombox or something.
No, we just sang it.
No, there was music, I feel like. No?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, they sang, I've got that Mary Kay enthusiasm down in my heart. I don't know if that's still a thing. Mom doesn't think it is, but that song is imprinted in my head for the rest of my life. But it was all about getting people there and getting them energized, and it was this energy you could feel coming out of the basement. It wasn't like a boring sales meeting. It wasn't like, here's what we have to sell. It was, you've got that Mary Kay enthusiasm. It was all about joy, about supporting each other, about connection. And these women just loved and cared for one another. You cared so much for them. And they would leave coming out of our basement with just glowing, literally glowing, not just from the beautiful Mary Kay products, but because they were just touched and they felt supported, and something in them just like shined. And I thought it was, for me, I didn't know it at the time as a little girl, what a huge imprint that made on me. But seeing that, it really did, because one, it taught me how to run a business.
And that you can do it.
It taught me priorities of putting family first, but knowing that it's important to have something that you love and that you care about. But then also like how you would always see the good in people and the star in them. You'd like pull it out of them. And I think that's
try to encourage them.
Yes. And tell them the story, Mom. I mean, you had so many exciting things happen, but I know one moment with Mary Kay was really special to you.
Well, I won some sort of a sales contest and was able to go to Dallas and have lunch with Mary Kay on her birthday.
At her house?
Well, the lunch was somewhere else, but then she took me to her house. And I got to
that's
tour.
Normal.
I got to tour her house. And it was, that was back, and you may have read about Mary Kay had this round house on the lake with an atrium in the middle. And so that was her house, and it was very opulent. I mean, it was beautiful, beautiful. But Mary Kay was so personable. She, when she spoke to you, she zeroed in on you. You knew you were the only person in the room. You were the only person right then in her universe. And she made you feel so special. And that is something that I hope I always did, but I tried to do that with my customers, with my consultants, is to zero in on them, find out what's making them tick, and make them feel special. And I just think that's so important. And I think that's what we do in our Kendra Scott business is we zero in on our customers and try to make them feel special and cheer them up and make that the best part of their day.
Truly, I mean, it's spreading joy, you know. And when I started this brand, I said I wanted to have that feeling that we had in the basement of that joy of making people feel special, feeling loved, and that you have to have great product. You can't not have great product. You have to have great product, but you have to be able to connect with people, connect with them in a genuine, authentic way. And I think that's such an important lesson that Mary Kay learned right away is that how can you connect with somebody more intimately than in your home? And so creating a business that literally brought people, customers to your own home couldn't be any more special than that. I mean, you would do facials. You had these little pink trays, and you'd put the cleanser and all the things, and then you had little spatulas, and I would go down there when she wasn't around, and I would do facials to myself, and I'd pretend I was her and my friends, and I was the director. But it really was. It was so powerful, and I think when we've created this company. The same thing when we started developing our packaging and our boxes, it was the butterfly release. When this person gets it, whether they order it online or they come in the store, I want the tissue paper, the envelopes, everything about it to feel special. Write handwritten letters. During this period, we're connecting in new ways with our customers through video, chat, and virtual styling. Mom, tell them, you've been calling customers.
Yeah, I've been reaching out to some of our special customers and just seeing how they're doing. I think it's just so important, and they're just blown away by the fact that we would take that time to do that.
Well, when you say, hi, this is Kendra's mom.
Sometimes they don't believe me, but then they do. But it's fun because I love people, and so reaching out to people has just been so rewarding for me. And it's easy to promote a product when you so love it. And that's what I found with my Mary Kay. I didn't have to sell Mary Kay. Mary Kay sold itself. I just had to show it to them. And that's the same thing with Kendra Scott jewelry. It's so beautiful. You don't have to sell it. You just have to show it to them.
Right.
And they get so excited about it. And that's just so rewarding.
Yes.
Is to see those customers walk out with that special glow. You've made their day.
Yes.
And they're just so excited because you don't know sometimes they're having a bad day.
Right.
But that piece of jewelry or...
Right. Well, but even just the interaction. I mean, we always say in the store, make a connection before a transaction. The transactions will follow if you have true connection with your customer.
True. Yeah.
And so if they come in the store and they don't buy anything, I don't mind. But they need to leave with a smile. Yeah. And if they leave with a smile and they feel good and happy, we've done our job that day. And I think it's the same thing, for Mary Kay. The connections you make with your customers are so special. I mean, some of the customers have become friends of yours for years that you met just through Mary Kay, which is pretty exciting. I love the products, and I want you guys to know I have 3 sisters. Our house that we grew up in, we all shared a bathroom. And we would sit up on the countertop like little birds in nests. You remember that, Mom?
Oh, Lord.
And we would put our makeup on, our mascara. We'd all be like looking in and washing our faces at night. But my mother was adamant that we washed our face.
Skincare.
Skincare.
From the time they were 12, 13 years old, I had him on a skincare regimen.
I feel like even before then, I don't know.
Yeah.
And sunscreen in our face and neck was really big. But she did, if we came down in the morning and we had any remnants of mascara or anything on our face, she would look at us and be like, Did you go to sleep with your makeup on? Like it was,
you didn't do that.
And I'm telling you, that to this day, I don't care how late or how tired I am, I will not go to bed, Mom, without washing my face. So thank you for that. Because look at our skin, and it is, Mom. You get compliments. We're out all the time, and people are like, "Look at your skin." Your skin.
Yeah,
what do you
say? I get a lot of compliments. I say 45 years of Mary Kay. I tell everybody that's
45 years of Mary Kay. And I think so. I'm 46. I have 36 years of 10 years old. I think I was starting 10, 11. You were having me use some moisturizer or something. I think
you were about 6 when I started using Mary
Kay. 6 years old?
Yeah, when I started using Mary Kay. 1980 was when I believe I became a consultant, and then a director in 82, I believe.
I mean, look at her. She's such a go-getter, and that's what I love. And so what's really fun is, Mom, we have a special story because this past year, I was inducted into the Texas Business Hall of Fame.
A big deal. That was a really big deal.
It was a big deal. And there are, hundreds of inductees over the years, but there was only 11 women. I was the 12th woman to be inducted. And when they showed me the list of the women, the very first inductee was Mary Kay Ash. And I got emotional because that woman, this company, really was such a huge part of what had me build Kendra Scott, to build a brand of beautiful products that made people feel happy, to create an environment that supported family and allowed women and men to be parents, and that family comes first, and to treat each other like family. We have a sister rule where we treat each other like sisters. We treat our customers like sisters. It's an easy customer service rule. What would you do for your sister?
Or your mom.
And that solves the problem. And we built a company on service, on giving back to our community. And that was such a big part of who our brand is. But that was also such a big part of what Mary Kay is. And I think, it meant so much more to me to have that honor and share it with Mary Kay Ash was pretty big. And my mom actually got to accept the award, and it was an amazing moment to share the story of starting in a utility room and being praised with success.
Yeah, that was what Mary Kay told me when I asked her what suggestions for how to deal with my consultants and my people in my team. And she said, "You praise them to success."
Yes,
sweetie, you praise them to success. And I remembered that, and did that with my team.
And you did it with your daughters too. And when I was starting this company out of my bedroom, Mom and I were shipping orders out of my dining room table. And when everyone else wasn't believing me, she did. And I think surrounding yourself with people that love you, that believe in you, that see the best in you, and then you do the same thing for others, this world is such a beautiful, better place for it. And right now, I know it's not like we expected it to look like a few months ago as it is right now, but there are lots of peaks and valleys in life, right, Mom?
Oh.
A lot. And there are some valleys that we've gone through that I didn't know if we were going to get back out of.
But they're all learning experiences. And when you look at them on the other side, you'll think, you know what, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
I learned from that experience.
There's a silver lining, and I think, once you start to get out of that valley, you start to climb back up, you'll look back and go, there's so many great lessons I learned from that moment. And I think the biggest thing right now is support each other, love each other, help each other, and don't be afraid to ask for help. That is the greatest sign of strength. It is not a sign of weakness.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely. So thank you all for having Mom and I here today.
It was a joy.
It is a joy that she's so excited to be doing something with Mary Kay. We love you all. We love your products. Stay strong, stay connected, and Mom and I will be with you all the way for always.
All the way. God bless.